Be me, 25, moving into a new apartment. Finally escaping roommate who microwaved fish at 2 a.m. Box number 3 slips out of my hands. Door across the hall swings open, and there she is. Tiny. Oversized shirt saying, "Men are temporary, rights are forever." Stares at me like I'm a raccoon breaking into her trash. "You're the new neighbor?" she asks, arms crossed. Me. Yeah, just moved in." She squints, evaluates me like an expired product. "Okay, ground rules," she says immediately. "Don't slam doors, don't leave trash outside, don't manspread in shared spaces." My brain. "Ma'am, I'm just holding a box," points at my shoes. "And don't stomp around, I have sensitive hearing." We're in the hallway, carpeted. I couldn't make a stomp sound, even if I wore metal boots. She narrows eyes even more. "I'll be watching you," and slams her door. I stand there in stunned silence, holding my box like an idiot. Later that day, I go to throw trash. She happens to walk by, sees me with the bag. "What's that?" "Trash?" "You're holding it suspiciously." "Suspiciously? It's a bag." Men always hide something. Bro. "What evening?" I'm unpacking. Drop something. It makes the tiniest tink sound. 10 seconds later, a knock on the door. I open. It's her. Arms crossed, eyebrows up to the ceiling. "Are you deliberately making noise?" I dropped a pen. She tilts her head, like she's trying to detect a lie. Finally, fine, but I'm monitoring this situation. She leaves. I close the door. Next morning, I open my door to go to work. She opens hers at the exact same time. We lock eyes. She looks at me like I already committed 3 crimes. I nod politely. She narrows her eyes. Suspicious. I haven't even breathed yet today. Downstairs, Mrs. Yeager, 80 plus, legendary, half blind, struggles with grocery bags. I immediately help her. "Let me carry those for you." She beams. "Oh, thank you, sweetheart." As we pass the hallway, feminist neighbor appears, stops, stares, processes the moment. She glances at my hand holding the heavy bags, then at my face, then at Mrs. Yeager's smile. Her eye twitches. She hates that she finds it attractive. She crosses her arms, mutters under breath, "Of course he's nice. Disgusting." Mrs. Yeager, "You have a lovely boyfriend. Me and feminist neighbor in perfect sync. We're not." We both blush for different reasons. Later that day, I notice the hallway light flickering. I grab a chair and screwdriver to fix it. I'm on my toes, arm up, trying not to fall. Her door opens. She sees me with a tool in hand, muscles slightly flexed, tall enough to reach the ceiling. Her mouth, "Oh, look at that. A man doing something useful for once." I almost drop the bulb. She steps closer, pretending to inspect. "You're surprisingly handy," she says reluctantly. "Thanks." She clicks her tongue, annoyed at herself. I didn't mean it as a compliment. It sounded like one. It wasn't. She storms back into her apartment. Door slams. Through the door, I hear a muffled, "Stupid tall man with stupid gentle smile." I'm taking out trash in the evening. She's coming home with iced coffee, sipping like a villain. She stops next to me, glares. Finally, she says, "You're too polite." "Sorry?" "Stop saying sorry." Okay. We stare at each other. She's breathing fast. I'm deeply confused. She turns away, flustered. "I don't hate you if that's what you're thinking." "I didn't say that." "Well, maybe you should. It would make this easier." She marches to her door, then stops and mutters softly, almost too quietly. "Why are you like this?" Me. "Like what?" She growls in frustration. "You know, all helpful and kind and, ugh." She disappears inside her apartment and slams the door again. I stand there with my trash bag like, what the hell did I do this time? Saturday morning. I'm cleaning my apartment, blasting music. 3 seconds later, bang, bang, bang on the wall. Her irritated voice from the other side. "Turn down your emotionally repressed male playlist." I yell back, "It's not repressed, it's rock." "Aha, same thing." The wall thumps again. I turn the volume down, just a little. 5 minutes later, drilling, metal on metal, like someone torturing a robot. I knock on her door. She opens with goggles, pliers, and a piercing needle. "Seriously?" I ask. "I'm busy," she says, absolutely unfazed. It sounds like you're dismantling a submarine. She shrugs. Beauty has a price. For who? For me. She slams the door in my face. Later that day, I head downstairs and see her struggling with a huge, heavy box. Like, barely taller than her. Huge. She grunts, trying to lift it. It doesn't move. Need help? I ask. No, she says. Strains again. Zero progress. Are you sure? I said no. The box tilts. She nearly falls. I catch it, and her, at the same time. Her hands land on my chest. Her face inches from mine. She freezes, eyes wide, cheeks turning pink. Then, panic. She steps back like I'm radioactive. I was just testing your reflexes. By dropping a box on yourself? Yes. I pick the box up effortlessly. She stares. Her face goes redder. Stop that. Stop what? Being strong, it's distracting. I blink. She blinks harder. Then she inhales sharply. Snaps back into cold mode. I mean, whatever. I don't care. Then she walks ahead of me, trying to look composed, but nearly trips over her own feet. I carry the box all the way to her apartment. Set it down. She stands there awkwardly, fingers fidgeting with her sleeve. Thanks, she mutters. I swear, that one word costs her a year of life. No problem, I say gently. She instantly panics, shoves her emotions into a locker, and slams it shut. Her expression goes cold again. Don't get used to it, she says. I won't. You better not. We stare at each other. There's a spark, a stupid, undeniable spark. She turns away first, mumbling, Didn't think you'd be the type who helps. And what type am I? She swallows, eyes soft for half a second. Then, armor on, annoying, her door closes. But this time, it closes softly. 8 a.m. I'm locking my apartment when I hear crack, bang. Oh, come on! Her door is hanging sideways off its hinge. She's kicking it like it insulted her ancestors. I approach cautiously. Everything okay? Does it look okay? My door is rebelling. I examine it. You want help? No. The door promptly falls off completely and hits the floor. She stares at it. She stares at me. Help! She whispers. I prop the door up, grab my toolbox, and get to work. She hovers behind me like a tiny, angry security guard. You know, I say, this would have broken sooner or later. It's old. It wasn't old, she huffs. 10 minutes later, the door is fixed, solid, smooth. She tests it. Opens, closes, closes. Her jaw drops. How are you good at this? I've lived alone for a while. She looks away fast, cheeks pink. Practical. I like that. I freeze. She freezes. Her brain boots up. Error. Compliment detected. Self-destruct. I mean, I didn't say that. I didn't mean it like that. You literally did. No, I didn't. She escapes into her apartment and shuts the door gently, like it might tattle on her. Later that day, I walk past her again. She's holding a cup of iced coffee. The lid pops off. The entire thing splashes down her shirt and onto the floor. She squeaks, actually squeaks, then stands frozen in shock. Oh my God, she whispers. Gravity is a misogynist. I hand her napkins without a word. She blushes harder than the coffee stain. Why are you always here when I'm... Human? I wasn't going to say that. We kneel down to clean the spill. Our hands brush. She jolts back like she touched a live wire. Why do you keep helping me? I mean, you needed help. She stares at me, completely thrown off. Then, very quietly, You're actually a good guy, aren't you? Her voice has zero bite. I try to be, I say. She looks at me longer than she should, then panics and slams the trash bin so hard it tips over. That evening, I hear muffled yelling from her apartment. No, I do not like him. He's a man, an annoying man, a nice annoying man, with 4 arms. Ugh, no! I knock. Door opens a crack. She looks like she fought her own thoughts and lost. Yes, she says, way too casually. The trash bin fell again. Oh. We both bend to fix it. She glances up at me, her voice tiny but real. You're not as infuriating as I want you to be. And for the first time, I smile, and she instantly slams her emotional firewall back online. Don't look at me like that. Like what? Like you understand me. She slams the door. It closes softly again. A new girl moves into the building. Bright smile, cute outfit, friendly energy. Basically the anti-version of my grumpy feminist neighbor. I'm carrying groceries up the stairs. The new neighbor spots me instantly. "Oh, hi, you must live here too," she chirps. "Need help with the bags, or coffee, or help drinking the coffee?" I smile politely. Before I can answer, stomp, stomp, stomp. My neighbor appears on the landing like a summoned demon. She looks between us, me, new girl, me, confusion. Her eye twitches. The new neighbor keeps going, tilting her hair flirtatiously. "So, do you have a girlfriend?" I open my mouth. My neighbor practically teleports between us. "He's taken!" Silence. I choke. The new girl blinks. My feminist neighbor turns pale, then red, then mortified, then angry at herself. I mean, not taken, not like taken, just occupied. "Occupied?" the new girl repeats. "Yes, I mean, his space is occupied. His aura, his air. I was standing here first." I go, "We're literally on the stairs." "Exactly, and that's my stairs zone." A pause. Her brain realizes what she just said. She tries to backpedal desperately. "What I meant was, he's, unavailable because he has obligations." "What obligations?" I ask. She glares at me like I betrayed her entire bloodline. "Don't ask me questions right now." The new girl looks at me. "So, are you two together?" Me. "No." Neighbor. "Yes, I mean, stop letting me talk." She flails her hands like an angry traffic controller. The new girl backs away slowly. "Okay, I'll just see you around." She escapes up the stairs. Silence. I turn to my feminist neighbor. "You okay?" She stands frozen, staring at a wall. Then she grabs her face with both hands and groans into her palms. "I was not jealous. No one said you were. I wasn't. All right? I was just protecting the building's emotional integrity. That's a thing now? Yes, it's a very important thing." She glares at me like it's my fault she embarrassed herself. Then, quieter, "She was staring way too hard at you. So you were jealous." Her entire body glitches. I go fall down a staircase." She storms off, muttering, "I don't get jealous." I hear suspicious silence behind her door. No music, no stomping, no angry feminist podcasts. Knock softly. No answer. Knock again. Finally, her voice, exhausted and muffled. "Go away. I'm busy being overwhelmed." I hesitate. Then leave. 5 minutes later, I return holding a steaming container. Knock again. I lift the container up like an offering. "I brought soup." The door unlocks immediately. She peeks out with messy hair, puffy eyes, blanket cape. "What kind of soup?" "Chicken noodle." She opens the door all the way. "Fine, enter." She sits on the couch wrapped in her blanket cocoon. I place the soup in her hands. She stares at it like it's a small miracle. "Why are you being nice to me?" "Because you look like someone unplugged your brain." She sniffs the soup and whispers, "It smells like comfort." Then, quietly, "I hate this. I hate being like this." "Like what?" She clenches her jaw. "Like a human being with feelings." I sit beside her. Her voice trembles. "When I was younger, everyone treated me like I was harmless because I'm small. Then men I dated made me feel like I was disposable. So I built armor, sharp armor. I got loud, confident, untouchable. If I acted strong enough, no one could hurt me first." She avoids my eyes. "But it's exhausting, and I don't know how to turn it off." I say gently. "You don't have to be sharp with me." She freezes. "You can be soft with me if you want." No teasing, no jokes, just sincerity. Her eyes instantly get glassy. "Why would you say something like that?" "Because it's true." She sits there staring at me, looking like she might either hug me or throw me out the window. Finally, in a tiny voice, "Don't be kind to me right now. I might actually melt." Then melt. She blinks rapidly. "Are you flirting with me?" "Maybe." She hides half her face in the blanket. I hate how warm that made me feel. No, you don't. Shut up! But she's smiling. She finishes the soup. Without thinking, she leans her head on my shoulder. I go perfectly still. Sorry, she mutters. Don't be. She exhales shakily. This is the first time in a long time someone took care of me. Not because of guilt or obligation, just because they wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to. She lifts her head and looks at me. Something in her gaze has changed. Less fire, more vulnerability, and something like trust. She whispers, I don't know if I'm doing this right. You're doing fine. She gently nudges my shoulder with her forehead. Thank you for the soup and for being you. I smile. Anytime? It starts small. We're talking in the hallway, again, about some nonsense like broken mailboxes. One neighbor passes by, raises an eyebrow. You two arguing again? Cute. She instantly steps back like she's been caught shoplifting feelings. We're not cute. We're not a thing. We're not me. We're literally just talking. The neighbor smirks. Sure, talking with hard eyes. She turns red. I do not have hard eyes. Neighbor. Sweetheart, if looks could cuddle, you'd be in his shirt. I choke on air. She threatens the neighbor with her glare. A week later, I come home with groceries. Old Mrs. Ackerman from 3B waves at me from her balcony. Your girlfriend's looking for you. I freeze. My... what? She's downstairs yelling at the delivery guy for denting your package. Fierce little thing. Good choice. I blush. She storms upstairs, waving a crumpled receipt. I was not yelling. I was advocating. For me? Shut up. Mrs. Ackerman pops back out. You two fight like an old married couple. Very healthy. I turn red. My neighbor turns nuclear red. Stop calling us that! But she doesn't deny it this time. She just hisses and runs inside. At the gym, the receptionist asks, Is your girlfriend coming too? At the store, the cashier smiles. Matching loyalty accounts? Cute. At the building's front door. Oh, look, the lovebirds. She nearly combusts. I will sue everyone for defamation. Me. You can't sue for accuracy. She freezes. Excuse me? I shrug. Well, we do spend all our time together. And you get jealous. And you... I do not get jealous. A little. Do not. Okay, micro-jealous. She opens her mouth to argue, then closes it. She's thinking about it, which is new. Later that night, I'm lying in bed. I replay every moment at the soft smiles, the way she defended me, like a tiny angry lion, the way she let herself be vulnerable with me, the way she looked at me today, even while denying everything. And I realize something terrifying and wonderful. I like her. I'm carrying groceries into the building when I hear raised voices in the courtyard. Her voice, sharp, controlled, furious. And his, a man I've never seen, but instantly hate. Tall, smug, leather jacket. I just want to talk, the guy says, stepping forward. She stands her ground. You had 2 years to talk. You only show up when you lose control. That's your pattern. I freeze. She looks shaken, but unbroken. The ex scoffs. Oh, so now you're with him? Cute. Upgraded to the discount version? My hand tightens on the grocery bag. She steps in front of me like a guard dog. Insult me all you want, but you don't get to disrespect him. The ex sneers. And if I don't, I finally speak. You should leave. The ex laughs. What's he gonna do? Before I can answer, she does. She pokes the ex in the chest. Hard. What he won't do, she says coldly, is break me down, gaslight me, or treat me like a placeholder. Now get out. Before I start yelling loud enough for all the neighbors to enjoy. The ex looks around, sees curious faces peeking from windows, mutters something and leaves. Doors slam, locks click. Silence. She exhales shakily. I set the groceries down. Are you okay? She nods, then shakes her head, then lets out a nervous laugh. That was exhausting. God, he always brings out the worst version of me. I step closer. You handled him. You didn't let him in. Yeah, well... She rubs her forehead. Thanks for backing me up. I wasn't going to let him talk to you like that. She freezes, softens. Her voice grows small. Why? I don't hesitate. Because I care about you. Her breath catches. She looks at me. No one has ever stood up for me without expecting something in return. I didn't expect anything, I say simply. That's exactly the problem, she whispers. You're ruining all my stereotypes. I smile. That sounds like a good thing. She groans, covering her face. You don't get it. I keep telling myself I shouldn't like you. You're too nice, too calm, too... She waves her hands wildly. Non-threatening, I laugh. Sorry for not being terrifying. Don't apologize, she snaps, cheeks red. You're exactly what I want, and I hate that I didn't see it sooner. I step closer. I liked you from the first day. Her eyes widen. She snorts, laughs. God, you're hopeless. And you're amazing. She swallows, eyes softening. Kiss me. I do. It's not perfect. She grabs my shirt. I cup her jaw. Someone upstairs whistles. We both flip the person off without breaking the kiss. Teamwork. We finally pull apart. She's breathless, smirking. So, does this mean we're a couple now? I nod. If you want. She pokes my chest. I do, but one rule. Anything? Put the toilet seat down. I laugh. Yes, ma'am. She kisses me again. The neighbors clap. She yells at them to shut up. And I realize I've never been happier.